There were difficulties in keeping, fights in college football and NFL football. Everything's moving so quickly. We had, only from scheduling purposes, we had, Shakur planned for, I think it was sometime in early January, and had the Berchelt Valdez fight scheduled for December. But as soon as we had the pullout, Shakur's team reached out to us and said, listen, we want to accelerate this even quicker. And that's just a real tribute to being a great prize fighter and jumping on the opportunity and being a part of Heisman night. I mean, again, I said this earlier in the interview, this December date is a big, big date for the network and for us collectively as the top-ranked content provider for boxing. And this has been earmarked, and last year was Crawford and Cavalisius, and before that was Loman Pedraza. And, Shakur, we've wanted him on this date, and it's a great opportunity, and it's a 3-hour time block, and I think he's the perfect guy to fit it. And I think so we're really, really proud of the way that they stepped forward and Shakur stepped forward to say, hey, I want to get in the ring. I don't want to talk about me going on vacation and see my kids on farm. He's doing exactly what the prize fighters do.
Thank you, Todd. And our first question comes from Eric Woodyard, ESPN.com. Eric, unmute, please go ahead when you're ready.
Shakur, what's up, man?
So what up?
Watched you over the years, man, with my girl Teresa Shields in the Olympics, to get into this level. And they talked about their team. Speaking of the team, one guy in particular I want to ask you about is Jay Prince, man. How much have he helped you, in your career as well from his role in the camp?
I mean, Jay Prince been a big help. He's not just like a manager to me, like family. We got like a real relationship. So actually, like Jay Prince, I don't look up to a lot of people, but Jay Prince like one of the people in the world that I really look up to. I see him as a great role model for myself. So he's been a big help, and I'm blessed to have him on my team.
How do you decide who gets around you at this point? Everybody wants a piece of you. They see you as coming up. How do you pick your inner circle and who gets around you and really gauge, who's worthy of being around?
Ain't no new people that come around me. I don't let new people in. I got like a thing with that. Like when you let new people in, that's when things go wrong. So I got a thing where it's like the same people that been with me since the start of my pro career, before my pro career, and all that. Them the people that's with me now. So that's just how I move. I move a little bit different.
Thank you very much, Eric. Now we go to Jeremy Heritage. Jeremy, please unmute and go ahead.
Hi, Shakur. I think you said a few months ago, before your fight with Carvalho, you said that you didn't know one thing about him. You watched about 2 rounds. How well do you know Tokakir Khan Cleary in comparison?
It's a little bit different though, because with like Carvalho, I never seen him fight before, so I just went into the fight with like what he was bringing, and just those 2 rounds I knew. But with Toka, I actually seen him fight Kid Gallagher. I knew of Toka since I was an amateur coming up, and he was going to like Olympic trials and all that kind of stuff. So I knew of Toka, and it's a lot different with that. But I will say, like, this fight, I only watched Toka like 3 rounds the most. Like, that's the most I watched Toka too. So I can't really sit here and act like I've been studying and all that kind of stuff. But I know of his style already. So.
Any opinions about what he brings to the table, or your opinions about him as a fighter from what you've seen?
I think that real like boxers and like people like me, like we understand that he's a good fighter. Like it ain't like you get in there with a scrub. And I know that he's like a real good fighter. I think that that's really like my opinion of it. I feel like, but it don't really matter how good he is or like what he gonna bring. I'm gonna make him look a certain way, and people have their opinions of him regardless. So.
Thank you very much. And now we go over to the UK, Danny Flexson. Danny, please unmute and go ahead.
Hey, Shakur, how you doing?
What up?
Just wanted to talk about what your main reasons were for moving up to 130, and who you see as kind of the main potential rivals in your future there? A lot of fighters recently have moved from 130 up to 135, which I'm sure you will eventually, but at the moment at 130, who are the main fighters for you?
I mean, I say, like biggest rival right now probably is me and Berchelt. Berchelt being the top dog, and everybody know what kind of like potential I got, so they gonna match it up well, like boxer versus big puncher. Can Shakur beat this dude? Like it's a different kind of fighter. So I say Berchelt as of like right now, but in the long run, I think probably be a Tank.
Thank you very much. We go back to the UK. Jonathan Nagel, Pro Boxing Fans. Jonathan, please unmute and go ahead.
Hey, Shakur. Going into this fight, obviously you've got that number one mandatory position with WBO. Is that a fight that you want after that, the winner of the proposed fight between Herring and Frampton?
Oh yeah, that's the fight that I'm getting. It ain't the fight that I want, it's the fight that I'm getting. So hopefully they hurry up with their dates and decide what they doing, so that way I could be back in March against the winner of that fight.
Will that be difficult for you if it is against Jamel Herring, considering you're quite close?
I mean, boxing the business at the end of the day. I don't look at it nobody as friends. We get in the ring. I gotta feed my family just as much as he gotta feed his family. So I can't look at it like, oh, I'm cool with Jamel. Nah, that's an enemy. We get in the ring. So you just gotta wait and see.
Thank you very much. Jonathan. We go next to J.R. Bell. J.R., please unmute yourself and go ahead and ready.
Brother Shakur, what's good, man?
What up?
All good. How important was it for you to try to get in another fight this year?
I ain't gonna say like it was like very important because my knowledge, like I didn't even know that I would be fighting this year. I thought it was over. I thought the next fight was January or something like that. So it wasn't really like super important. But I mean, once like the call came, I'm one of the people that I'm always in shape, and I'm not gonna pass up on the opportunity, no matter what it was. So I actually jumped forward thinking like, shit, if Berchelt fell out the fight with Valdez, I could try to get the Valdez fight, but I guess Valdez want to play chess and he want the title and whatever excuse he would make. But sooner or later, if he get past Berchelt, he got to see me too. So he can't run for too long.
Thank you very much. And now we go to Danny Thompson. Danny, please unmute yourself and go ahead.
Shakur, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay, Shakur, Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. The last few weeks in boxing have been special. Some of the best pound-for-pound fighters have been fighting the last few weeks. Timothy Lopez, we had the Errol Spence fight. We had Bud Crawford, among others. Tank Davis. Do you feel a little bit extra pressure going into Saturday night, knowing that they put on such great performances, for you to exceed and also show that you are, quote-unquote, the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world?
I'm not even trying, like, I don't think I'm at that point where I'm going to just say I'm the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, but I'm competitive, so I do like to compete. But at the end of the day, I'm more focused on performing to myself and my family, my friends, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm competitive, but I ain't looking at their performances and judging. Because if I'm being honest, like, some of them performances, like, if I'm being real, like, me, I wasn't really that impressed. Like some of the performances, you name. I mean, a lot of, like, casual boxing fans that's not into boxing probably is, like, really impressed with some of that stuff, but I wasn't really, like, impressed with it. A performance that did probably impress me the most probably was Fino. But other than that, I wasn't really impressed. And Terrence.
Thank you very much. Again, as a reminder, send a raise hand button in the Zoom or send me a DM on the chat, and I'm getting the chat queue. We're going to let Shakur go in a few minutes because he's got to, again, get ready to pack up and go to the bubble very shortly. So our next question comes from Reggie Woodson. Reggie, please unmute and go ahead.
Hey, what's good, Shakur?
What up?
So Reggie Woodson, the Bite Down Boxing. Hey, we've heard it all throughout the years that the elites or the greats have a difficult time coaching others. You worked the corner of Joshua Greer Jr. a few weeks ago. Did you experience any frustration in what he was able to do with your instructions versus what you were seeing? And does this add to your maturation as a fighter?
I mean, nah, I ain't really. The most part I'm probably frustrated is like me like tell somebody to do something and you want to like go in there and like do it yourself. And like I'm a fighter, so I'm like, damn, I wish I was like in there to like be able to show them like what I mean. But other than that, nah. At the end of the day, with Josh is a great fighter. At the end of the day, he was gonna do like what he did regardless. So it's more up to the fighter when you coaching, but being a coach, like I guess it probably helped a little bit, but I ain't really too focused on that. That's something I'm gonna be more focused on at the boxing.
I mean, but
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just asking, but does it kind of add to either how you're seeing the game or how you grasp the sport at this stage in your career? Thanks, Evan.
I'm not sure. I don't think it adds to it because I feel like I'm already a student of the game regardless. So I think it adds to a fighter that if I go say something and I help coach them or something like that, I think it adds to their game. But I don't think it's added to my game because I sit and watch boxing all day, every day, so I could sit there and tell you this and tell you that, but I don't think it's going to add to nothing like that I can do with me and my boxing.
Thank you very much. Xavier Porter, please go ahead.
Shakir, how you feeling? Quick question in regards to your thoughts against Jamel Herring. As a fighter, as a boxer.
In a minute.
Huh?
I said I ain't seen you in years, dude.
It's been a minute, man. Good to see you again, bro. Quick question in regards to, like you just mentioned, your thoughts about Jamel Herring. As being around the guy, knowing him, I'm pretty sure you've been around his family and things of that nature. How do you transition from the mindset from being a boxer, being around him, to when you actually get the opportunity to say, you know what, this guy's my opponent, I got to do what I got to do against him?
I mean, it's easy. I mean, that's like, I just feel like I got family of my own and I got a lot going on with myself that I'm so hungry. I don't care what you got going on. Like, if we get in the ring, if you will cross the ring for me, you got to go. And that's just how I see it. Like, I don't look at nobody like, oh, you my family, so I look at it from a standpoint where I got to feed my family and you got to feed your family. And I know for a fact that if you get the chance to hurt me, you ain't going to hold back. So I'm the same as that way.
Thank you very much, Xavier. We're going to take one last question. Shakur's got to run. Crystal Hart, please unmute and go ahead when ready. Crystal, you there? All right, I guess we'll try one more time. Nope, I guess we are having technical difficulties on her end. So we're going to end it here. Shakur, any last words you want to send out to the fans, those watching on ESPN, and to the media out here today?
Just tune in December 12th. You're going to see the same thing I've been doing. A dominant performance, nothing less, and that's all you're going to get out of it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shakur, for joining us today. And as a programming reminder, Stevenson against Tokukan Clary, Rodeo Nakatani, and Berlanga, Ulysses Sierra, regular ESPN 10 o'clock. Undercard on ESPN Plus, including Clay Collard, Robesi Ramirez, which Shakur knows very well. That'll start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we are going to have a nice addition to the ESPN Plus portion of the undercard, which we will be announcing very shortly. So stay tuned for that news. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you, Shakur. And we will see you all Saturday night. Thank you.